Since the ISP launched in May 2020, it's had to deal with its fair share of criticism. Most of the grumbles seem to emanate from distinct audiences, with varying commitment to independence. They are Yes supporters convinced that both votes SNP is the only way to succeed with regional seats. Yes supporters worry that too many independence parties on the regional list will split the vote. Trans self-ID activists pitching for SNP constituency votes and Green regional votes. They also vociferously argue that unionists must be proportionally represented in Parliament. Groups 1 and 2 are passionate independence supporters, so the ISP understands they must convince them. The ISP needs to provide information, appeal to common sense, and demonstrate that there is a perfectly legitimate and effective way to win unionist seats in a parliament they set up to stifle independence. Group 3's commitment to independence is more suspect. They seem to have accepted both votes SNP doesn't work, but are openly hostile to the ISP because its priority is independence, instead of Green or trans self-ID concerns. The ISP has strong environmental concerns, but it takes the view that in order to make the changes necessary to deal with climate change, Scotland needs the powers to do so, and those currently rest with Westminster. Scotland needs to be independent to be truly green. If the Green Party wants to win yes hearts, it's up to them to get out there and convince voters to give them their regional vote. So, for Groups 1 and 2, here is some information we hope you will consider. Let's take a trip down memory lane and look at the political maps of Scotland in 2003 and 2016. What a difference! A Labour Scotland has become an SNP Scotland, yet the Tories keep telling us there is no appetite for independence. To make matters more interesting, let's look in detail at the difference in Glasgow. There were some boundary changes, but in 2003, Glasgow was most definitely a Labour city, as they had won all the constituency seats. But this had completely changed by 2016. Glasgow was now SNP. Glasgow became an independent city. But how exactly did this impact the regional vote in both years? Although Labour won all the constituency seats and got the most regional votes, they won no regional seats. The SNP, Greens and SSP, all independent supporting parties, won 5 regional seats between them. The 2003 election was widely spun as a setback for the SNP by unionists, but the SNP themselves argued in 2003 that it wasn't a setback for independence because regional seats had been redistributed among independence parties. Roll forward 13 years and the difference is stark. The SNP won all the constituency seats and got the most regional votes, but won no regional seats. Unionists dominated the regional seats. It is pretty obvious that the Scottish voting system is specifically designed to prevent parties that do well in constituencies from doing well in the regions. Glasgow to Labour in 2003 and Glasgow to the SNP in 2016 is just one example of many where regional votes have been wasted over the years. Worryingly, it might happen again in 2021, as the SNP is projected to do even better in the constituencies across Scotland. The SNP pursued a both votes SNP strategy, even though it wasted almost 1 million independence votes across Scotland in 2016, a point conceded by senior SNP individuals. The ISP's position is clear. It recommends not following the both votes SNP strategy. It advises that independence voters give their regional votes to other independence parties that complements their vision and values in order to secure a pro-independence parliament. Hopefully many will consider the ISP. Glasgow 2003 demonstrates clearly that this can be done legitimately and effectively, and that multiple independence parties can benefit without splitting the vote.